I think I know who GT404 is. Let me explain.
Bruh.
So basically, this is my theory on GT404. And, well, it's an interesting one. GT404, I didn't know he existed until he was at 750 subscribers. And then he, was mainly just doing, clues, like, his first video that he made. And I have a bunch of theories about those things that he could, if he could be K9 or not. Let's just get right into it. So in the first part of the first video that GT404 posted, aka it's called Which Gorilla Tag Creator Am I? But basically it starts off by a black gorilla, really good blender animation. That is amazing. That is just great job, GT404. But basically he's like, if there's a black monkey, he's walking through canyons. And I know it's canyons because at the end you see one of those cactuses and one of the weird bushes. So when it says 5 weeks time, in case you couldn't realize, it's saying that in 5 weeks the person will reveal themselves, kind of like a GT countdown thing or a Gorilla VR GT. But basically, when Gorilla Tag Countdown revealed himself to be Cat, everyone thought that they should make a copy of a Gorilla VR GT or a G-Tag Countdown to try to do something like that. But things get crazy in their second video, so you better stick around for me to explain that as well. So in 5 weeks time, the silence breaks means that the YouTuber in 5 weeks will reveal themselves to who they are. So yeah, that's basically what's going to happen. So they're going to reveal themselves in 5 weeks. So we just have to wait that out, and then, it'll be crazy. Although, if you're wondering who I think GT404 is, many people have thought this, but I think it's K9. Yes. Because K9's been missing for over 9 months now. That is insane. I think it's 9 months. It's 8 months now, because it's September. Okay, so basically, for when it says a whisper hidden, a trail it makes, I feel like it would be it would be people, like the whisper. It would be people trying to figure out who they are. Whispering from video to video to video to video on GT404. But then a trail it makes is the more theories that everyone has. If they're the same, then it's closer to who the content creator is. So that's just my theory on that part, but now on to the next part. So for 10 sharp hints, like shards of glass, it basically means 10 hints until they reveal themselves. So 10 hints in the 5 weeks, and then they'll reveal themselves. And then shards of glass, I honestly think this is more proof that this could be K9. K9 has broken people. So many people have loved K9. He's a very loved content creator. And he's shattered people now that he's disappeared. So maybe that's what he means, shards of glass. So maybe he's trying to do those 10 hints to make that glass get put back together. I have no idea how that would happen, but it just does. So dropped in shadows as watchers pass, that would honestly be dropped in shadows would be K9's YouTube channel. Because K9, Boom said that Boom is K9's editor, and Boom said that something personal had happened to K9. Nothing bad happened to him, but it was just a personal real life thing. But what I think, hidden in shadows as watchers pass, I think Hidden in Shadows would mainly be like him just dropping his YouTube channel for a while to mainly like deal with life, but he could have gotten like depression or something, because sometimes when like weird things or like scary things happen to you in life, you get like depression, and it just, that's might have been why. But I would as watchers pass, I honestly think that it would be like as watchers of K9, like K9's viewers, like passed from his YouTube channel thinking he would never come back. So that's all I can really think of as watchers past, but I mean, you never know. Okay, so who is the voice behind the screen? A phantom face nowhere seen. So I honestly think who is the voice behind the screen obviously means like who's the person doing GT404, obviously. That's pretty obvious, but a phantom face nowhere seen, I honestly think it's that the person has never shown their face. So K9 has never shown his face. But you know, this could, like, some people are saying this is Lynx, who deleted his YouTube channel and was a very like funny creator on TikTok and YouTube. But basically just like it's either Lynx or K9, and I'm going to K9, bro, because bro, we need K9 to come back. Like, please, K9, please, please. Okay, for puzzles carved with careful hands, I don't really know, to be honest. For riddles buried in shifting sands, I'm not very sure. But, like, I think I have a little bit of an idea. The intro of the monkey, like, walking in canyons, they're in canyons. So maybe some of these hints will be gameplay in canyons. Like, it'll be more like Blender, like normal Gorilla Tag, like them walking in canyons. So shifting sands could be canyons or beach, but I don't know. But I do have a way that we can like fully like give an example of puzzles carved in shifting sands. Shifting sands. What? Okay, so for the clock keeps ticking, the secret stays. That's kind of obvious. The clock keeps ticking until the 5 weeks are over, and then the secret for who GT404 actually is will stay, unless someone actually manages to figure it out, which would be pretty cool. Okay, so for a tangled web of endless maze, I honestly have a little bit of an idea here, and it relates to K9's cosmetics. So a tangled web of endless maze. Basically, a tangled web. Webs are made by spiders. I know this is gonna sound like one of those things that's like, this is that, so that means this is She-Man Girly. But basically, just hear me out here. A web is created by spiders. And then, spiders are scary to some people, and scary stuff is related to Halloween. When did some of K9's cosmetics come out? The Halloween update. Although, thank you to Blitz VR for giving me that idea. Also, your video was awesome. Your, like, ideas were actually amazing, so, good job. But, okay, each clue a step, each sign a spin. I get each clue a step, because each clue is one step closer to figuring out who this mystery person is. But then each sign a spin, I'm not that sure, but I have an idea for it. Basically, every hint he gives, it might be like Gorilla Tag Countdown, where it completely turns the entire thing around. So, that could happen. I don't know, actually, but it could happen. I'm not sure. Okay, no time to waste, the hunt begins. Obviously, that's pretty obvious. No time to waste to figure out who he is. The hunt will like begin and tell you who they are in 5 weeks. So that was just the first video, and that was pretty crazy. But yeah, I have more theories on the later videos, so let's get to those. Okay, so the next GT404 video is called The Truth, and straight up, it starts with J-Man Curly recording something for GT404, which could give the fact that they are a very, like, good content creator, although we'll get to that later. Okay, so J-Man straight up admits and says, I am not GT404. And then it's hint number 1 that says, I am not J-Man Curly. Although, right after that, he says, I am a finger painter. So, this isn't like Gorilla Tag Countdown, where it was just someone with like 8,000 subscribers. This is a big deal. There's only about 35 finger painters at the moment, I think, when I last checked. But I'd say that this will be pretty crazy because, yeah, the fact they're a finger painter, that is crazy. So, basically, like, I honestly think that this could mean something because Lynx has the finger painter, but also Canine has the finger painter. But this is the other thing. The thing is, J-Man says, I am a finger painter, but the red text appears in front of J-Man. But there's not a black screen like how it said, I'm not J-Man Curly with hint 1. It just says, I am a finger painter, and then a black screen that says 2 out of 10. Although, doesn't that kind of count as a hint, though? Because it says 2 out of 10, but I don't really know. You guys can just, like, decide in the comments or something. I don't know. But then that's the end of the video. So, not the end of this video, the end of the second video. But basically, now we're going on to the third video. So, the third video is titled Watching. And watching, it's kind of like getting, like, viewed over forest, and then you can see GT404 in forest, like, actually moving. This isn't Blender animation. This is forest in Gorilla Tag. And there's more proof. Okay, and this is proof that GT404 does own the finger painter. And he is not lying to us. Because when he goes over the bridge and goes to Death Wall, but he turns to the right, but then when he turns to the left, you can see he has the finger painter on. So, that means he is genuinely a finger painter. Although the problem with this is that to own the Illustrator badge, you have to be a finger painter. So, how do we know this isn't like Maxo or Elliot or something like that? Because, like, what if Elliot just went like, oh, Gorilla Tag Countdown did something. Oh, that's sick. And they, like, makes Gorilla GT404. And then, like, he's like, you know, I'm just going to try this for fun. Like, you know, why not? And then, like, everyone just, like, he just blows up. And then it would be crazy. But I'm not saying that it is Elliot or, like, Maxo or something like that. And it's not Mellow because in the 4th video, he literally says that he isn't. But, so another thing is, this is interesting. In watching, there's a part where you can see a monkey in the beach entrance. And he's black and he's just standing there. But this comes back to the part earlier when I said, like, secrets buried in shifting sands or something like that. I don't remember it, but yeah. Hint number 2, I own a Quest 2. Now, I have a theory with this, and yes, Canine does own a Quest 2, which is awesome, so that's even more proof that Canine could come back. Although, there's something that could be very interesting with this. You know TTT Pig? Yeah, the best player in Gorilla Tag. He owns the finger painter, and he plays on Quest 2. Imagine this is TTT Pig. I highly doubt it because I don't think TTT Pig would do something like this. But just for like funsies, maybe he would. I don't know. And that's the end of watching, aka the third video. So now we're going on to the fourth video. So the fourth video starts off with Melomel himself eating some food as computer. And then basically he notices the camera, probably just to be silly, and he picks it up. And then he kind of just stares into it for a little bit. Then he says, "I'm not GT404, so it can't be J-Man or Melomel. There's no signs of other illustrators like Elliot or Maxo, or I don't even know at this point. I don't really know that many illustrators." Hint 3.1 for some reason is what GT404 puts down, but I'm just gonna say hint 3. He says, "I have over 100,000 subscribers." So this isn't like a Tat Cat thing where he only has 8,000 subscribers when he did GT Countdown before he revealed himself and got way more popular. This is a big, big deal. He has over 100,000 subscribers and the finger painter. So this could get really crazy. So, yeah. That was his last video, though, so far. But he has community posts, too. And he has one that's titled called TPPO. And I don't really know if if we should scramble it or something. Scramble it into a word. But it's mainly a monkey sitting on a shelf. And it's the stick monkey. It's the original Make Plush monkey. The first one to ever come out. Although, this is more proof that this could be TTT Pig. Because if you rearrange all the letters, TPPO, and you put it in TOPP, you get top. But what I mean by top is the top player in Gorilla Tag, the best player. And there's more proof, because that monkey literally has the stick. That monkey, he has the stick, and he has the party hat, although the party hat is nothing, but the party hat probably doesn't even mean anything. The stick means something though, because TTT Pig has the stick. Well, he has the Force Guide stick, but that's still the stick. So, this could be Pig, but there's proof that this couldn't be Pig, because in his next community post, this happens. So his second latest community post set is an overview of forest with a bunch of lights. But people have found out if you get a marker and draw over the lights, it spells out canine, and that's crazy. But that was it's just crazy. Although the thing is, people are saying that this could be Mason Does XD, which does have over 100,000 subscribers, but he doesn't have the finger painter. Although, what if this happened? What if Mason applied for the finger painter in August and got the finger painter and asked Gorilla Tag VR themselves, like the channel, to not put it in their community spotlight or latest finger painters? Because Mason hasn't made a video about getting the finger painter or asked. I don't think this could be more proof as well, because GT404 literally got an ad made by Gorilla Tag VR themselves. So it's crazy. I mean, I'm pretty sure. I just saw that on someone's video, but I don't know. But basically, that's that community post. So now we're going on to the next community post. Okay, so it actually turns out there's no more community posts. I did not know that. I thought there were 4. Well, that's how many videos he's made, but I thought there were 4 community posts. But yeah, that's all my theories that this could be canine. But my main speculations right now, my main guesses are honestly canine, TTT Pig, and I honestly think that's it right now. Maybe Lynx or Mason Does XD. I'm not as sure about Mason or Lynx, but TTT Pig is may be likely because of the stick thing, but I don't know. You never know. That's just my theory on all of this. But we'll just have to wait and see all these 5 weeks. It's gonna be crazy. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys tomorrow in probably my next video. It took me a while to figure out all of this research and all that and think of all these ideas. And that's kind of why I haven't been posting for a bit. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys later. And also, if you made it to the end of the video, comment 409.